Well, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Just praying that you're having an amazing and blessed day, whatever time of day it is you are watching this. And I guess I'm in the wrong. There we go. Galatians 5:16 and 18. We're continuing on, and I hope you're getting a lot out of this. I know I am. I just love Galatians and just how straightforward Paul is and all that stuff. So I hope you're getting a lot out of this. And we're continuing in verse 16. We're just gonna rip it. Here we go. My counsel is this: live freely, animated and motivated by God's Spirit. Then you won't feed the compulsions of selfishness. That is just fascinating. This two verses for today is fascinating because freedom is contrary to selfishness. And he's going to continue. He's going to continue. For there is a root of sinful self-interest in us that is at odds with a free spirit, just as the free spirit is incompatible with selfishness. These two ways of life are contrary to each other, so that you cannot live at times one way and at times another way according to how you feel on any given day. Why don't you choose to be led by the Spirit and so escape the erratic compulsions of a law dominated existence? Think about that. Selfishness goes by the law. Freedom is the opposite and is contrary to selfishness. To live a true free life, you cannot live in selfishness, is what he is saying. And here's the thing. Life isn't God testing us with all the pleasures of the world to see if we cannot do them. God didn't make this world and put all these pleasures in it to just see if we can stop ourselves from doing it. That is not the point. No. He isn't testing us. He is telling us that if we partake in selfishness, in gratifying the flesh above all, it will bring harm. That is the thing. And I will say this again and again and again. It is about harm. It is not about just doing what you're told. God doesn't want us to be selfish because he knows it brings destruction. And he wants us to live a life full of abundance and great things. The way we do that is not by gratifying our flesh. We do that by living in the Spirit and walking with him and trusting him to provide for our flesh, if that makes sense. See, the only way we can live in this world and succeed is without selfishness. I was talking to my brother-in-law yesterday, and we were debating about governments and the American government, and you got communism, and you have unfettered capitalism, and which one's going to work? And the problem with all governments is that when people in power care more about themselves than they do about the people they lead, destruction will come, and no matter what kind of government you have. Now, there's a lot of things that we do in America to try to combat that and try to make it so that one person can't just be gratifying their flesh and have things. So there's a lot of things we can do to stop that. But in the end, over time, if selfishness rules, people will be destroyed. And that is a fact. So I could go on and on about that, but that's a simple fact. So your action step for today is do a selfishness test. Where are you today? Are you caring more about yourself or are you caring more about others? Because true freedom, what Paul just said, it wasn't me, it wasn't my idea, it wasn't my opinion. Paul just said that true freedom comes when we are not selfish. So have an amazing and blessed day. We will